So today's video is something that I think I told you guys I wanted to film, but to be honest, I've been putting off filming this. I got home from work today. I still have my makeup on. My hair looks terrible because it was in a bun, but I've been putting off filming this video solely for the fact that I don't want to film it, but I do, if that makes sense. Like, it's just one of those things that I made a promise to myself that I would dedicate and set aside time for Blair during Pregnancy and Infant Loss Awareness Month, and that is what I'm going to be doing in today's video. It's not going to be a happy video. I don't think I'm going to cry. I don't feel like I'm going to cry. I don't even know fully what I want to do with all of these things, but this is just a small collection of things that mean so much to me and so much to Corey. And Corey's not in this video. He is at practice, and I don't feel like he just doesn't look at this stuff. So I'm gonna film it vlog style, so I'm probably just gonna like turn the camera so you guys can't see me, so I can show you guys everything that I'm talking about. So this is everything that I have. I'm actually really upset because this bag just broke literally as I was bringing this in here. I don't think I'm gonna keep it in this stuff forever, but I'm really sad that the bag just ripped. But I have this little pile of her things. This bag, actually, I kept it because it was the bag that I was gifted one of her outfits in, and I just never threw it away. Usually this blanket is folded up in the bag. This blanket is extremely soft. I don't know if you guys could tell just by looking at it, but it's a prayer blanket that was made for me right after I lost Blair. It's a long story, but my sister is adopted, and her mother, so she's not related to me, thought of me during the time we lost Blair, and they all came together and they knit this prayer blanket and they prayed over it for Blair and for me. And I cried like a baby when my sister gave it to me, and my sister cried, and it's just one of those special things that I'm never going to get rid of, because I consider this Blair's blanket, even though I was never able to put her in it, and that's very special to me. And then I'm sure all of you guys know what this is, but this is the urn actually that we have Blair in. I chose a teddy bear because it seemed the most lighthearted, and I'm not going to open it, but this is where the ashes go. So inside here is just a little bag that her ashes are in. It's not much. She was very tiny, as you guys know, and you guys are about to find out. I'm having jewelry made for my husband and I that should be coming this month, so not all of her is in this bear anymore. So when Blair was born, she was born at a hospital here in Orlando. I love them. I was not expecting this at all, and now that I actually sit down and I think about it, it was the sweetest thing that they honestly could have done. They gave me this box, and I got to fill out her information, but you get to write the name and the birthday, and the box is decorated. I don't know who this was made by, but I think they do this for all of the parents who unfortunately lose a baby that delivers at that hospital. So the first thing is Blair's footprints. When we were going to the hospital, we knew that Blair would not be coming home with us, and I was actually told by somebody in a forum to bring something for her footprints. So these are her footprints. This is actually probably the first time anybody can really see the size, because I always post photos of these, but the photos are always so close up. But this is how big she was in comparison. So if you look at my hand, that was the size of her feet, and I love them so much. So I always love looking at this picture. And then I was gifted this book by somebody. It's a really cute little flip book. So these are her handprints. Unfortunately, because of Blair's condition, she was born with something called triploidy, which is fatal, but it causes deformities, and that's why, in case anybody ever is wondering, I never get questions about it, but that's supposed to be 4 toes on one foot and 5 on the other. She actually had 6 toes on this foot and 4 on this foot, but the 6th toe was kind of connected to her pinky toe. So it was like 2 pinky toes, and she only had 4 toes on the right foot. Her hands were very small and they were very curled. I don't know if I have a picture of them, but her hands were very, very fragile, and I wasn't able to get a good handprint of her. The lighting is probably going to change because my lamp just burnt out. They just stamped other things that I brought. I didn't really know what I was going to want her handprints on. Tried to do it on this paper, but I'm not going to throw it away because I'm not sure how much of it will show, but you can actually see like her, I don't know how to explain it, but it's like as if it's like a fingerprint. It literally, you can see like her prints on this one. And then I just have a whole bunch of cards. I kept every single card that was given to me during the time that she passed. I won't open all of them or anything, but I mean, this is cards from family members, cards from clients at work. And this card actually is really sweet. This card was given to us by my mother-in-law when we announced that we were expecting. And I loved this card because you could smell it. It was a scratch and sniff card, and it smelled like baby powder. And I just thought it's, looking back, it's very ironic, but my mother-in-law wrote that God chose us to be the parents of our baby. And I do feel like we were chosen to be Blair's parents for a reason. And then this card actually was the card that I gave Corey when I announced that we were pregnant. I found out on June 16th, I believe, which was right before Father's Day. So I ran to Target after work and I bought Corey this card. And this is how I told him. But it's just more cards. This is also from when we announced that we were pregnant. So not all of these are condolences cards. Some of them are cards celebrating for us. And then again, this is just, I pretty much got her footprints on everything I could possibly get. This one, you can also see her little prints from her feet. So this one, it's just kind of like a little certificate. She was born at 8:29 in the morning. She was 9 inches long. And this also has her footprints again. I'm not going to show every single picture that's in here just because some of them I do want to keep private, but I do want to show this one. These are her little tootsies. They're so cute, you guys. She had the cutest little feet, and I feel like they match her footprints perfectly, and I just love them so much. But you can see how cute her little toes were. And like I said, I don't want to show all the ones, but I will show this one. This was her. It kind of just looks like she was sleeping, and the hat that she was wearing is in this box, and they had her wrapped in everything that was in this box. So this is how tiny the hat was. Crazy just to remember how tiny she actually was, and this hat fit her perfectly. It was like the perfect size hat for her little head. The box, everything that's in here as far as like blankets and outfits, they provided all of this. I didn't bring any outfits for her, obviously, because there's usually not outfits that would fit a baby that size. This is my pregnancy test with her, and then they have this gown that they gave us. This was actually way too big for her. I don't think, yeah, it's just meant to be tied on. In the photos that I'm not sharing, she was wearing this, but they just had it draped over her. And I honestly don't know if this was like handmade for babies that are born too early, or if it's from a doll or a bear, but either way, it was provided to us by the hospital. So they had this just draped over her because she was so small. And then I have her hospital bracelet. I think I have like 3 copies of them. That was when my name was still Bennett. Corey and I were married, but I didn't have my name changed yet. And it has her birthday, and I think that's our room number that we were in. I think she wore this one, which is why it looks like this. Or it was at least wrapped around her at some point. And these blankets also came with the box. They had her laying on this one, I think, when I look at the photos, and there's a really sweet butterfly on it. This also came with the ones that she had, and these are all super big, but they're still very sweet, and I know these are handmade for sure. Then honestly, these are just, oh, I forgot about this. This is exactly how long she was, which I thought was really interesting that they gave us. So she was 9 inches long. So if you guys can like imagine, it's like almost the length of your forearm, but that's exactly how long she was. And then here I just have ultrasound photos. These are every single ultrasound I've ever had with Blair. I saved every single one, and I know that ultrasound photos are light sensitive, so that's another reason why I keep them in this box, because I don't want them to fade. This one was after my anatomy scan when we knew something was wrong with her, but we didn't know what. I got this done on my birthday, actually. Yep, right there. October 15th, 2015. So I was just excited to get more pictures of her. And that one, that's her upper lip and her nose and her bottom lip. That's her with her leg. I thought that was her arm, but that's her leg right up by her head. This was her at our anatomy scan. So you guys can tell, like, I thought it looked like a normal baby, but she was very small. Head was normal measurement for a 20-week baby, but her body was very tiny, and she was really, really curled. So that was the reason they sent us to get that scan done, because this didn't look right to the tech. And every single scan from this visit looks that way. This was my early ultrasound with her. Let's see. It was my first ultrasound with her. I was 6 weeks along. I was supposed to be 7 weeks though, but because of her condition, she was growing slower and I had no idea. So they just thought that my dates were wrong. But yep, I saw her heartbeat at that appointment, and I think I also heard it. This was at 12 weeks. She looked like a little alien. I thought she looked like an alien slash frog. This was also 12 weeks. You can see that she was still really curled up. Same thing here. Look how tiny she was. That's not a normal 12-week scan. And what's weird is that they didn't think anything was wrong with this. They just thought that the baby was curled up. They were going to say come back in 3 days, but they were like, well, you got the blood test done, so we'll just rely on the blood test. And the blood test came back with a false negative for no chromosomal abnormalities, but there actually was a chromosomal abnormality. So had I gone back in a couple days, I probably would have known sooner that something was off, but I didn't. And then this was 9 weeks. I actually only got this ultrasound done because I was bleeding, and they decided to do an ultrasound to check on the baby. I was 9 weeks and 2 days, and I thought she looked perfect. I mean, nothing looks wrong there. That is everything for this video. Hopefully it wasn't too long. I'm proud of myself for not crying. I look at this stuff so much. Sometimes I feel like at least a couple times a year, so I feel like I'm used to seeing it, but every time I open the box, it's very special to me. So if you are a parent that has been through this, just know that my thoughts and my heart goes out to you and your family, and to anybody that has dealt with miscarriage and stillbirth. And this is just a really hard month, so that might be honestly the reason for my lack of videos. I just don't feel myself, and we're just getting really close to her birthday, and it's really hard for me, and I've been having a hard time. So that's why I've been kind of absent on here, just trying to get through it. I'm trying to get through the month and just, I don't know, I don't want to say forget it, but I'm just trying to do the best that I can, and it's been really hard. So You guys so much for watching this video though. I love you guys so much, and I appreciate all of the support and prayers and well wishes whenever I talk about Blair and what we've been through. So just know that it means so much to me, and it means more to me than you guys know. It really does. And I'm so thankful for every one of you guys showing me support and love. So there really was no point for this video. It's just me documenting going through Blair's things and remembering her. I'm also really sorry how informal this video is. I'm literally in my pajamas and I'm ready to take my makeup off and go to bed. So I really didn't want this to be like a super like staged or I don't know, good background setup, lighting, whatever kind of video. I just wanted to sit down and talk about Blair and share this stuff with you guys, which is exactly what I did. So I love you guys, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye.